Hello and welcome to yet another episode of What to Pick. In this video series I'll go over a few different starting hands and explain what I would pick and why. And this video is actually the first Venus Next version of What to Pick. And immediately on the first hand we have a decision between Teractor, which is an Earth Tech focused corp, and Celestic, which focuses on floaters. And let's pick Teractor for now. It's the more flexible corp, of course. You never want to pick Celestic if you don't have a good floater accumulating card on your hand already, because drawing as your first actions you draw two floater cards, but those don't necessarily have to be floater accumulating cards. They can also just be like a card like Stratosphere Birds, which is quite good, but it has a floater icon on it. You can draw that with Celestic's first action, and you can't accumulate floaters on there, so you don't want to do that. Teractor here doesn't really need donation because it has so much starting capital already. So you could theoretically go for like Biosphere support and ASA. I'm not so sure about Biosphere support. If we need the plant tag, then this can be really good, but maybe we want to go donation even, but yeah, let's see. Okay, Herbivores is a really good card with a lot of plant prod, so that could be our indicator to go for Biosphere support. Atalanta Planitia Lab is one of the best Venus Next cards. It's just good value for the money, but you need to be Science Text to play it. So if you don't have another Science Tech on hand, I'd probably not pick it up. Wow, okay. We have like all the plant prod on hand. But sadly, no Heat Prod or no Oceans, which would unlock these two cards, which are really powerful, both of them. I'd still pick them both up and go for heavy ground game. I'd play Peroxide Power first gen to try and get some Heat Prod out of this Power Prod. I would definitely pick up Biosphere support and ASA here. Hope to draw into some space events that let us increase the heat. And then Biosphere support just to go with all of this other plant prod. And I'd probably pick up just these 6 cards. Play Adapted Light in Gen 1, play Peroxide Power Gen 1. You don't really need to pick up fish. So these 5 cards, basically. And you try to go for Rush. You will want to find Heat Prod in the next draft, and you want to find Oceans in the next draft. So you can unlock these 2 really good plant prod cards. Again, no floaters on hand, so in my opinion, there's no reason to pick Celestic here. You go for Teractor because it has higher starting capital and the ability is just really flexible. Earth Techs are some of the best cards in the game, even though you don't have one on starting hand right here. If you find something like New Power, Acquired Company, even though Acquired Company is just an engine card, it's really efficient if you play it with Teractor. In the first 2 gens, at least. So yeah, for me the starting hand is really easy. I'd pick these 5 cards and be done with it. So yeah, well, I think we can go to the next hand already. All right, hand number 2 is a decision between Cheung Mars and Aphrodite. And in like 99% of cases, I would pick Cheung Mars here. Aphrodite is absolutely terrible. It's probably the worst corp in the game, just because this ability does not work well together with the plant prod and the plant tag. And in most games, Venus can be ignored, and then this ability doesn't even give you that much money. Cheung Mars, however, has discount on the most common tag in the game, starts off with 3 money prod, and has basically the same starting capital. So it's just more flexible and better. But let's see. Maybe you have a full Venus setup on the starting hand, and then we'll go Aphrodite. Let's see. Maybe we find something for ecology experts, and then Aquifer Turbines is really good. Birds. You could go for the Ultra Gamble if someone plays Ecoline. You can play birds with ecology experts, but of course we're not doing that, because if nobody does, then you can't use ecology experts, which is completely stupid. But Supplier and Aquifer Turbines is actually a pretty good combo. And I definitely pick up Steelworks here. Holy crap. Yeah, I think this is a game where you want to go for the bumper. Because you don't have any, like, not that much else on hand. You could, like, instead of going for the bumper, play GHG factories. Or you could, instead of going for steelworks, go for a water splitting plant and play GHG factories. You also pick up important GHG that way. We're playing on Hellas, by the way. And that's, like, basically it. It's a bit of a weird starting hand. Let's go through this, like, methodically. Atmoscoop doesn't make any sense without any science tags. Then physics complex is not a good, well, let's go over here. Force precipitation is like the worst, one of the worst floater cards in the game, just because it's really, really expensive to use this and get, it's really expensive and really slow to use this and get Venus bumps out of it. Yeah, water splitting plant could be a thing. Imported GHG and GHG factories work well together. You get a lot of heat prod out of this. If you play both of these Gen 1, you have a heat bump Gen 2, which is really good. Instead of going for water splitting plant, you could go for steelworks, but then you lack 1 power for GHG factories. And then sister planet support is really nice, but you need a Venus tech for it and an Earth tech, and we have neither. It's a really good development card if you have these both of these techs early on, but we have neither, so I wouldn't pick it up. Same with sulfur exports. This can be crazy if you get a lot of early Venus techs. If we were to go for Aphrodite here, for example, and pick up force precipitation, sulfur export, sister planet support, and maybe 1 more Venus tech and get to play this early, and then that can give us like 5 or 6 prod plus the TR, which can be worth it, but in this situation, I don't think so. So the other way, like, I really want to do steelworks instead of water splitting plant. So because we don't pick up a lot of cards here, I think we could actually play these two and SP a power, so we end up with 4 power prod again, and then play steelworks Gen 2. Where do we place the oceans? Probably on heat and the card. Oh no, we only have 1 ocean. Then probably on the card. We play these two, we end up with 5 heat prod and 3 heats. So Gen 2 we have a bump. That's really good. And Gen 2 we play steelworks. Yeah, this is one of the rare cases where I think you should probably just SP a power. The supplier GHG factories is also really cheap. Yeah, I think you should SP a power. Maybe you get a power prod card with this card here. If not, SP a power to get GHG factories out and Gen 4 power prod. And then you just try to find more terraforming stuff and go full rush, because you have 5 heat prod and an oxygen bumper. So that's pretty good for full rush. You could honestly also pick up birds, because the oxygen will raise up with the oxygen bumper. Do we have enough money like that? This prelude costs 3. Yeah, for sure, because we have like 8 MC for this plus a discount. So this is costs only 9 minus 8, so only 1 cash. Yeah, so we have way more than enough to also pick up birds. So yeah, these 4, I think, and hope you will find more rush cards. That would be really beneficial for the setup. But yeah, let's get to the last hand and see if we actually pick the Venus Corp this time. And the last hand is a decision between Point Luna and Viron. Point Luna obviously is a powerhouse. Viron can be really nice if you have strong action cards in your starting hand. But I'd say most cases Point Luna is better. Let's start with that for now. No Earth tax on the prelude, which is sad. But Metal Ridge Asteroid is pretty good. The other 3 I actually all don't like that much. We are on Elysium. Theoretically, you could pick Self-Sufficient Settlement and claim the 3 plant spot if you have a good hand for an early ground game, or you could like clown a bit and take the 3 cards if you have bad starting hand and just want to draw more cards. Alternatively, if you have some heat on hand, you can combo it together with Mohole Excavation to end up with a lot of heat prod. That can be really beneficial. And then Smelting Plant, I would only pick if I really need the 5 steel. Let's go with Mohole Excavation for now. Ooh. Restricted Area obviously is a top tier pick here, because you can place it on Olympus Mons. It's not a city where you don't want to place it here because it's such a bad spot. It's just a special tile, and then you draw 3 cards with it. That's amazing. No Earth text here as well, so I think we can actually go with Viron because we have some good action cards. And we don't benefit from Point Luna's ability at all, other than drawing the free card from the corp. So I'd probably go with Metal Rich Asteroid because it's giving us a bit more starting capital and also self-sufficient settlement, and place that here on the plans. I think I didn't see any heat prod. Yeah, Black Polar Dust, but I don't think I want to play that with that much card draw. I think I'd rather just get the MC prod from self-sufficient settlement and claim this really good spot here, even if our plans get destroyed. Claiming this spot here means no one else can go there, and that's really nice. And I'd probably pick up that, and maybe Asteroid Mining. Yeah, I think we want to pick up Asteroid Mining. We can play it first gen because we are really rich with Metal Rich Asteroid. And we have so much card draw. We might want to go like full science plus Jovians, Inventor's Guild, and double restricted area each gen. We can get a lot of cards. And then we have some Titanium prod. We have some MC prod from self-sufficient settlement. What's the other prelude? Yeah, 1 TR. Sad. The only sad thing is that we don't have a good steel card to play Gen 1 to get a bit more development, because we will have some steel. But I think this is still a pretty good starting hand. Now we could think about, do we want to pick up any of the other cards? Commercial District, I don't think so. We don't have Power Prod. Otherwise, it would be kind of a good development card. Because we have steel to spend, and it gets you a lot of MC prod. But I would skip this without having Power Prod. Breathing Filters, we don't have a consistent way to increase the oxygen, and and because of that, it's probably too late for all of the science payoffs like AI, quantum mass, or AGT. I wouldn't pick it up. Local heat trapping, we don't know if we will ever have heat, or if we need the plants, or like the plants are always useful, but yeah, I probably wouldn't pick this up here. Solar Net, we don't have any of the required tags other than the Jovian tag, and even then we have enough card draw already. Don't have any power tags, and Black Polar Dust, I don't think I want to lean into heat and destroy my economy for it. I think I'm fine with these 4 cards. Also remember, we will draw a lot of cards, so you don't need to overbuy. You will draw a lot of cards with the setups. 3 cards per gen from the get-go. Like, depending on whether or not you buy this. But you will see 3 cards per gen at least. And then you just get restricted out, play Asteroid Mining. How much money do we have? So we have 48 minus 12, that's 36. And we have 12 more from Metal Rich Asteroid. So basically we have 48 again. So we can play Asteroid Mining and Restricted Area. It's 41, and then we can draw twice. And we can play Inventor's Guild Gen 2. But that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'd go with this and actually pick the Venus Corp this time. Don't think Point Luna offers a lot here. But yeah, I hope you found this insightful, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of What to Pick. And if you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I'd highly appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.